Welcome back to another exciting episode of Mac Music Review. Before I hop into the review, just want to say there's going to be some stuff down in the description if you want to know how the channel works, all that good stuff. But today we're doing a different kind of video. We're going over some awesome albums. This is another entry in the Awesome Albums series. We're doing this one with the artists who have the letters G and H as the first letter of their name. So, might as well jump into it. And gonna say, we're not doing any audible mentions in this video. I just want to tell you about some great albums. First album on this list is going to be Plastic Beach by Gorillaz. This album is really, really good. It's really a lot of really beautiful, awesome music. Songs that just really are extremely pleasant and enjoyable and fun. This album's also extremely creative. It's very well sung. The guest artists all do a really good job and really add to the album. And the concept of the album is really well played through. All these songs make you feel like you're on this fictional plastic beach, like you're on this exotic beach paradise that just feels really nice. And yeah, this album makes you feel really nice. It's a really good album. This is the soundtrack to the movie A Ghost Story. You know, I intended to watch the movie after I re-reviewed this album on this channel, and I didn't do it. I still haven't seen the movie, and the soundtrack is still great. It creates this really cool atmosphere. It's very original and interesting. There's some very stark music on this album that's really kind of surprising, and it adds some of it's a little bit intense, some of it is kind of beautiful, and it all creates different atmospheres. And it has a really fantastic song on it called I Get Overwhelmed by Dark Rooms. Fantastic song. The album is worth buying literally just for the song. You have to check it out. This is the sophomore album for Glass Animals. I think this is a good bit better than the debut because the lyrical content on this album is actually super good. A lot of it is very relevant. The whole thing, like all of the lyrical content, is very interesting. Vocally, this album, just like Zaba, is extremely impressive. Glass Animals has one of the best, most interesting, captivating lead singers of any alternative indie band that I can think of any alternative rock band I can think of. Really fantastic. Musically, this album just tons of highlights, tons of really good songs. Really impressive. This, How to Be a Human Being, it's a great album. Hamilton is my favorite thing ever in terms of musical anything. It's my favorite album ever made, of all albums ever made. It's that good. I think Hamilton, it's 46 tracks, 2 discs, and it's incredible. You have to listen to Hamilton. It's the best thing ever. This is a bit of a weird pick, honestly, and it's weird how ridiculously positive I am in my review for this album, how high the score I gave this album was. I think it was a 4.25 out of 5. Might have been, was it a 4.5 out of 5? I don't know. I don't remember at the moment. But I really love this album. I love the vocals. I think the vocals just work extremely well in the context of this album, make it feel really sincere. I really like the lyrics on this album. Even though some of them are kind of cheesy and some of them are overdone, I like them. They just resonate with me really well. And musically, this thing just works perfectly. Just really, I don't have a complaint. I don't really have a complaint in this album, except for that one song, Elevator. That was kind of dumb. Besides that, great album. Landmark is an album that literally just gets better and better. Hippocampus really did a fantastic job with this album. Such a good job, especially when compared to the rest of their discography, which is not even half as impressive. Their newest album they made, Bambi, so disappointing. Just totally pales in comparison to this album. It is the definition of a sophomore slump. Doesn't have really anything that this fantastic indie alternative album has. This indie pop album has. Just, Landmark is just great all the way through. This is not a single bad song on this album. It is really great. The Hobbit soundtrack. This is so good. I don't really have to. I don't think this is one that really needs to be explained. If you've seen the movie, you know how magical the music is on this. You know what it likes, what it feels like. When you hear music from The Hobbit, you're instantly taken to Middle Earth. You're instantly taken to Baggin. You just feel you feel like you're surrounded by these little hobbits and wizards and everything. It's just magical music. Just really, really great. All right. Out of all the music, that's the end of the video. That's all the albums. These are all great albums. We have some extremely good stuff on this list. Some really high scores. I highly recommend you check this stuff out. Even the stuff that just barely made it onto the list, still totally worth checking out. If I had to have a favorite album on this list, it would very, very, very easily be Hamilton. If I had to pick a least favorite from this list, from these great albums, I think I would pick the Ghost Story soundtrack. It's very, very good, but I don't know. It's the least good. It's the least great out of all this great music. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.